channel. It is Quinn here, and today we are doing the ESPN 1 to 16 bracket. So I'm going to be going through my bracket and telling you who will win the championship. This bracket is, if you haven't seen it, it would be Milwaukee is on this side with the fourth best team, and then the Lakers and the Raptors would be over here on up and down of the bracket. Alright, so now I am going to shrink down my camera screen. I'm going to put it up here in the middle so that you guys can see the whole thing. I know you can see everything so far, so you really could just look at it, but you don't know who I've got winning the championship, so stick around to the end to find out who I've got winning the championship. Alright, to start it off, on the Eastern Conference side, we're going to go with that. LA versus Brooklyn. Brooklyn's been quite surprising this year, but I've got LA winning pretty easily in 4. Alright, then below LA and Brooklyn, we have Houston and Utah. I think Houston has a great chance of making it out of this series, but the Jazz, if they can get their team chemistry back, I think they'll be able to pull out of this series. Alright, with the next one, I have Denver versus Indiana. I've got Denver winning in 6, just because I think Denver's the better team, but this would be a good series to watch. Next, we've got Memphis versus Toronto, the 14th seed and the 3rd seed. I've got Toronto coming out of this one in 5. I think Memphis will take a game just as Orlando did last year. Alright, with the other side of the bracket, we have Milwaukee and Orlando. This is basically, I'm pretty sure what it was supposed to be over here on, I think it's this side, right there. Yeah, on the Eastern Conference side of the bracket, this is what it would have been anyways, but I've got Milwaukee sweeping in, obviously, 4. Alright, next we have OKC versus Miami. My dad thinks this may be OKC winning this, but I've got Miami in 6. Bam and Jimmy, I think, can pull this out. Alright, next we got Boston versus Philly. I personally like Boston. Boston in 5. Not much to say, but I know a lot of Philly fans will disagree with me here. Same with my Houston fans disagreeing with me on that one. The Houston one, Utah, it can go either way. But either way, they're going to lose to the Lakers. But here, Boston and Philly, I just think Boston's got the better team as long as Jason Tatum stays playing well. Let me shut this. It's very sunny outside, and I can hardly look without being blinded. Alright, next, I've got Dallas versus the Clippers. Dallas has had a great story this year, going from a rebuilding team to no longer rebuilding because their team is just so good now. But the Clippers team is so deep with Kawhi, Paul George, Montrezl Harrell, Patrick Beverley, Lou Will, Zubac, Landry Shamet even. I know I'm missing someone like Marcus Morris. Their team is very, very good, and I think they're going to win this game pretty easily. Alright, next we are going back over to the east side of the bracket, LA versus Utah. I think Utah will be able to pull out one game. Gobert's defense at the rim should help them out, and Donovan Mitchell's scoring should also help them out, but as most of you will know, Bojan Bogdanovic, I'm pretty sure it is, the one who plays for Houston, or not for Houston, for Utah, is not going to be playing anymore this year. Should be back by 2021. He is out with a wrist injury. Alright, I do have LA in 5, though. Next, I've got Denver versus Toronto. I think this would be a great series. I'd love to watch this. But I think Toronto could be in less games than 7, but I know I don't want to be a biased Raptors fan here, so I'm still going with Toronto, but I'm going to put it in 7. Alright, then over on the west side, I've got Milwaukee, Miami. Milwaukee, I'm not even going to talk about this too much. Milwaukee will win in 5, but Miami will take a game. Alright, next I've got Boston versus the Clippers. I was talking like good stuff about Boston, but as I said, the Clippers team is very deep, and that's just going to help them get out of this. Next, Milwaukee. No, on the other side, we're going to go back to that. LA versus Toronto. I've got LA winning in 5. As much as I really don't want this to happen because I want Toronto to go to the finals, but I think this is so obviously going to happen that if I said it didn't, everyone would get mad at me. So I give the Raptors a game. I just kind of had to because I don't think they'll get swept. And the Lakers aren't that deep of a team. Their third best player is Dwight Howard, which isn't great. On the other side, we've got Milwaukee versus LA. I was talking about great things with LA, the Clippers, obviously. But Milwaukee's team has been together for a long time. The only player they've lost in the last few years is Malcolm Brogdon. But the Clippers team is very deep, but Paul George and Kawhi have not played together for very long. So I think that will hurt their team and make it slightly worse. Then Milwaukee and Giannis, I think, will just destroy in the paint like usual. Alright, next in the finals, you guys have not seen who I've got winning the finals yet. Milwaukee versus the Lakers. I'm going to just slightly scroll down. I've got Milwaukee winning this year's championship. Game 1, I've got the Bucks winning. Game 2, I've got the Bucks winning, both at home. Lakers will take Game 3 at home with the crowd, but Bucks fans will arrive Game 4, and the Bucks will take that game. This one will be 1 OT, and Game 6 will also be 1 OT. Lakers will win Game 5, but then the Bucks will win the championship and take home the ring in 6. Alright, if you disagree with anything, please leave a comment down below. If you don't, then, I don't know, that's kind of weird. But, really, thank you very much for watching today's video. If you enjoyed, please hit the like button, and subscribe. It would mean a lot. My channel's been growing quite a lot lately. Let's get 400 subs. It's been Quinn, and I'm out. See ya! See ya.